Remember that time a PlayStation 3 update sparked a $5 million lawsuit? Yeah, console updates can be a pretty big deal. Today we're diving deep into the best and worst console updates that changed the gaming landscape forever. From enhancing the gaming experience to sparking massive controversy, these updates can make or break a console's legacy. We'll explore 5 of the most impactful console updates, the good, the bad, and the downright ugly, and break down how they shaped the gaming world as we know it. So buckle up, grab your controllers, and let's get right into it. Alright, let's kick things off with a big one. The PS3 Firmware 3.21 update. Now this wasn't your average firmware update. This one caused a massive uproar in the gaming community. See, back in the day, the PS3 wasn't just a gaming console. It was marketed as a multimedia powerhouse, even capable of running a full-fledged operating system. Linux. The other OS feature, as it was called, was a pretty big deal for tech-savvy users. You could install Linux on your PS3 and use it for a whole range of tasks beyond gaming. It was like having a gaming console and a PC all rolled into one. Some people even bought the PS3 specifically for this feature, drawn to its versatility and open nature. But then came the 3.21 update in 2010. This update, among other things, removed the other OS feature entirely. Poof, gone. Sony justified the decision by citing security concerns, claiming that hackers could exploit the other OS functionality to access the PS3's system files. And to be fair, there had been some high-profile hacking incidents involving the PS3, most notably by George Hotz, who famously hacked the iPhone. But the removal of other OS didn't sit well with a lot of PS3 owners, especially those who used the feature regularly. People felt like Sony had taken away something they had paid for, something that was advertised as a core feature of the console. The backlash was swift and severe. Forums were flooded with complaints, petitions were signed, and lawsuits were filed. Sony even faced a class action lawsuit seeking $5 million in damages for removing the other OS feature. The 3.21 update left a sour taste in the mouths of many PS3 owners, highlighting the tension between security concerns and user freedom. Now let's shift gears and talk about a console update that's considered a resounding success. The Xbox 360's new Xbox experience, or NXE for short. This update, released in 2008, wasn't just a facelift, it was a complete overhaul of the Xbox 360's dashboard and functionality. Before the NXE, the Xbox 360's interface was, well, a bit clunky. It was functional, but it lacked the polish and intuitiveness of the PS3's interface at the time. The NXE changed all that. With its sleek tile-based design and customizable avatars, the NXE transformed the Xbox 360's dashboard into a more personalized and engaging experience. But the NXE was more than just a pretty face. It also introduced a slew of new features that would go on to define the Xbox 360's legacy. One of the most significant additions was the integration of Netflix. Remember, this was 2008 and streaming services were still in their infancy. Having Netflix directly on your console was a game changer. It transformed the Xbox 360 from a gaming console into a full-fledged entertainment hub. The NXE also introduced Party Chat, a feature that's now a staple of online gaming. This allowed Xbox Live Gold members to chat with friends across different games and even while navigating the console's menus. It was a revolutionary feature that enhanced the social aspect of gaming and made the Xbox Live experience even more engaging. Beyond the new features, the NXE also improved the overall performance of the Xbox 360. It made navigating the dashboard smoother, downloading games and content faster, and even enhanced the overall responsiveness of the console. The NXE was a pivotal moment for the Xbox 360, cementing its status as a multimedia powerhouse and setting the stage for the future of the Xbox platform. The NXE was a massive success, praised by gamers and critics alike, extending the Xbox 360's lifespan and solidifying its place as one of the best-selling consoles of all time. Chapter 3. Xbox One's Always Online, a debacle remembered. Alright, from a triumphant update to one that left gamers fuming, let's talk about the Xbox One's Always Online debacle. This wasn't just a misstep, It was a full-blown PR disaster that almost derailed the Xbox One before it even launched. Picture this, it's 2013, the hype for next-gen consoles is reaching fever pitch, and Microsoft is gearing up to unveil the successor to its wildly popular Xbox 360. Enter the Xbox One, a console that promised to be the center of your living room, integrating gaming, TV, and entertainment seamlessly. But there was a catch, a pretty big one. Microsoft announced that the Xbox One would require a constant internet connection to function. That's right, always online, even for single-player games. The logic, according to Microsoft, was to create a more connected and dynamic gaming experience, with features like game streaming and cloud saves. But the gaming community saw right through it. The backlash was immediate and fierce. Gamers, accustomed to playing offline whenever and wherever they wanted, felt like Microsoft was trying to control how they enjoyed their games. Concerns about privacy, data collection, and the potential for server outages added fuel to the fire. What if your internet went down? What about people who lived in areas with limited or no internet access? The always online requirement felt like an unnecessary restriction. The outrage was deafening. Forums exploded with angry posts, petitions garnered millions of signatures, and gaming news outlets had a field day covering the controversy. The always online debacle became synonymous with the Xbox One, overshadowing any of its positive features and creating a PR nightmare for Microsoft. Chapter 4. PS5's September 2024 Update. When updates go wrong. Let's fast forward to a more recent update, Blunder. The PS5's September 2024 firmware update. This update, meant to bring performance improvements and new features, ended up causing widespread issues for PS5 owners. The September 2024 update was supposed to be a routine firmware refresh, the kind of update that happens in the background, improving system stability and adding minor features. But instead of a smooth rollout, the update quickly turned into a technical nightmare for a significant portion of PS5 users. Gamers who installed the update reported a range of issues, from minor graphical glitches to full-on system crashes. Some of the most popular games and became almost unplayable due to severe graphical artifacts, frame rate drops, and corrupted save files. Social media platforms were flooded with complaints as frustrated gamers shared their experiences and sought solutions. The #PS5 update quickly started trending for all the wrong reasons. What made this situation even worse was the lack of clear communication from Sony. Initially, there was no official acknowledgement of the problems, leaving gamers in the dark and unsure whether a fix was on the way. Eventually, after days of mounting pressure from the gaming community, Sony acknowledged the issues and pulled the update from its servers. Chapter 5. The Switch gets Bluetooth audio. A small update, a big deal. Not all console updates are about major overhauls or catastrophic failures. Sometimes it's the seemingly small additions that make a world of difference. Case in point, the Nintendo Switch's long-awaited Bluetooth audio update. For years, Switch owners had been asking, pleading, even begging Nintendo for one simple feature: Bluetooth audio support. The ability to connect wireless headphones to the Switch seemed like a no-brainer, a basic feature that should have been there from the start. But Nintendo, as they often do, marched to the beat of their own drum. For whatever reason, Bluetooth audio remained elusive, even as competing consoles offered it as a standard feature. Switch owners were left to rely on wired headphones, clunky third-party dongles, or the console's built-in speakers, not ideal for those immersive gaming sessions. Then, in September 2021, it finally happened. After years of waiting, Nintendo released a system update that added Bluetooth audio support to the Switch. It was a seemingly minor update, a few lines of code that unlocked a feature many considered essential for a modern gaming device. Finally, Switch owners could enjoy their favorite games wirelessly, whether they were on the go or relaxing at home. The update improved the overall user experience, making the Switch a more versatile and convenient gaming device. Outro console updates, shaping gaming, one update at a time. From the infamous PS3 Other OS removal to the triumph of Xbox 360's NXE, these updates prove that even seemingly small tweaks can have a massive ripple effect on the console gaming world. They can shape not only the way we play but also how we perceive the companies behind these consoles. The best console updates elevate the user experience, adding features, improving performance, and extending a console's lifespan. They show that a company is listening to its player base and is dedicated to making their gaming experience the best it can be. But the worst updates? They can alienate fans, damage a brand's reputation, and even spark legal battles. One thing's for sure, console updates matter. They have the power to make or break a console generation, shaping its legacy for years to come. Now I want to hear from you. Which console update do you think had the biggest impact on gaming? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're at it, check out my other video on the evolution of console hardware. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the ever-evolving world of gaming.